You're totally right. You're totally right. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. All right, Eric. So I guess you were the one who asked on Discord, right? I don't know if you saw what I just did, but basically I did what you asked, right? So I literally just cloned it. I went into SBT. I went like main run, and it works. So let's disable the keyboard for now. Yeah. So I don't know which OS are you on, which Java are you on, which SBT are you on, etc. etc. Right. So it's it's gone now, right? So we need to do it again. 2022 619, and it's like 1925, right? So it's there. So I don't know. Oh yeah. So you're running from VS Code. Okay. Well, let's try that. So I'm gonna kill this. This one is still open. We can actually close it. Okay, just not to confuse everything. So, oh, hold on, hold on. Are you running it like, via like Bloop in VS Code, or are you just starting the terminal? Because if it's Bloop, like Bloop cannot do things that, that have like a continuous loop. It can only do like things that like run and finish, right? It cannot like hang and wait for your input. So that's probably the issue, right? You're probably just like pressing F5, or you're cleaning like on. Yeah, I don't know. I never tried. So the issue is Bloop, right? So if you go like this, right? So B run main. Hold up, projects. Oh yeah. So we don't have Bloop yet. Hold on. We need to wait a little bit. Hold on. Okay, so Bloop projects, right, or B projects, like B is my alias for Bloop. Okay, so if you go like B run main, I'm probably gonna get exactly the same message as you did. It's been forever since I tried to run something like this with Bloop, but it never worked. It cannot run servers. It cannot like run like anything like yeah. Okay, so it's hanging right now, and if I press C, it's probably gonna see like the same thing. It's like hanging and whatever. Yeah, it's Bloop was not designed for this, yeah. Okay, problem solved. Cool. So as I said, when I was talking into the microphone and nobody was listening because I messed up, on the previous stream, I was asked which key bindings I'm using, and so I spent some time figuring out how to do this little thing over here. Boom. All right. So this way you can see like what I'm typing and stuff. And in fact, I should probably create a poll, whether it's like distracting or not. Let's see if we can do this. Create a poll. Should the keyboard overlay stay? Yes, no. Okay. Ask your community. All right, did it do it? There you go. All right, cool. So as always, please don't forget to hit the like button so that more people stumble on the stream. All right. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you for pointing this out. Yeah, whatever. All right, so we pretty much have only what's it called? Only the checkout to finish, but in the previous stream we had like 20 minutes left or something, and I was like, what else is left? And so we started to do this health check. So let's see how fast we can finish health check. But I have only 1 hour today, so I don't know how much of the checkout we will be able to do. Okay, so let me try to remember. Oh yeah, we had this issue with the package object, right? So we ended up like creating this because if it was a package object, like somehow it was, something somewhere was confused. Okay, so this means that we have health controller. We finish the controller, which is just like a simple route over here. a bunch of encoders. And I believe what we did is we just extracted the boundary, right? But there's no implementation of the boundary. Correct. Cool. All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna go boundary implementation, and we're gonna go make as always, like this. Make boundary equals new boundary for f, like this. And dear metals, help me please. Yes, of course, this is a boundary for f. There you go. All right, so I'm gonna leave the poll for a bit, until like more people show up. All right, so the original implementation was doing okay, this is a shopping cart. Where's the health check? So we need to go to modules, core, source main. What is the song actually? Hold on, I wanted one specific playlist. I believe we're shuffling accidentally. Yeah, we are. All right, so let's go like this. I wanted this album. I really like this album. So shop, and we were in health services, health check. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually cool. Okay, so what are we doing? Like, we're doing like ping, which is well an option. Okay, nav of string, not empty, timeout. Hold on, what is this? It's a nav timeout. Where does timeout come from? Temporal. Is it our thing? Oh, it's gets fixed. Oh, I never played with temporal, but it's a cool thing because it allows you to like fake the clock, like fake the what's it called? Like in your tests, basically, it allows you to replace like 1 millisecond with 1 second, right? Because you have full control of this stuff. It makes writing tests very pleasant. So the question that I'm always asking myself, like, is this something that the gate is going to do or not? Like, probably the way I will write it is I will give it like I will give it the 1 second, and then I will do like all of this stuff. That's probably how I'm gonna do it. All right. So let's go steal all of that stuff. Let's close this. Let's go here. Let's just like throw it in. Okay. I'm also going to do it like this, right? I'm a big fan of parmap n, so it's gonna be like this. So this stuff will be in the gate anyway. This stuff will be in the gate anyway. Do I need this? Probably not. So probably what I want to do is I want to go. So there will be some gate, right? As always, get of f. And over here, we're pretty much gonna go gate dot radius health, and then we're gonna give it this 1 second. Like this is how I wanna do this. Same thing over here. Maybe we can even like store this. Timeout. Or like what's it called, like deadline, limit, whatever. Yeah, something like this. Timeout is gonna be 1 second, and this is gonna be like timeout, same thing over here. Okay, so this is how I want to have it. Okay, so basically all of this stuff is going to be commented out, and we're going to have a trait gate. We're going to move it out into a different file in just a second anyway, like that. Right, it's pretty much going to need like these two what did they use to return? Oh yeah, they return the statuses. Okay, so def redis health. Actually, do we need to call them health? We can just call them redis and postgres, because the whole thing is already in the health thing. And because of this poll, I don't see if you guys are typing something new. So I'm gonna finish the poll. I'm gonna close the poll in just a couple of minutes. So please vote. What did I want? Yeah, I think we're just gonna call it Redis, right? Redis, and it's gonna give me an F of what's it called again? Redis status. Yeah, we might as well call it Redis status. Or Redis, just Redis. Okay, so this means that it's gonna be like this and this one as well. Okay, so we got Redis and we got Postgres, and this one is going to be Postgres status, and that's it. Cool. So blah does not take parameters. Why are we returning app status, by the way, and not an F of app status? Not a big fan of that. Because this kind of means that this whole algebra does not require. Yeah, okay, so this was just a typo. How did this thing compile it? So weird. Alright, so f of f, and same thing over here, f of f status, like this. And so let's see, so we need like a non-empty parallel, and you know, we need like the cats, and we need the cats syntax all. All right, and we need the Scala concurrent duration. All right. Okay, what is it? Missing argument list for method apply, blah blah blah. F blah 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 does not take type parameters. Wait, what? What you mean? Hold on, let's just like throw them in there just to be sure that. Okay, what is it? I don't see it. It says, what does it say? Redis status does not take parameters. Right, that's because, I mean, yeah. Okay, because I changed them, right? Like, this is what I wanted. I wanted to have a timeout over here was a finite duration. And the same thing over here. With a long day, having some trouble concentrating over here. All right. Okay, so the vote is closing down in 1 minute, so here's your chance to vote. All right, like this. Cool. All right, so everything here, which means we can commit it. It's day 21. All right. Day 21, so let's move the gate out. Let's save all. As always, there we go, like that, la la la, like that. All right, nice and easy. Do we actually need apply? I'm never sure these days because it's so different, like from version to version. It looks like we don't need it. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna carry this thing with me for now, and I'm gonna leave it there. All right, so we pretty much need to go to, okay, so this is a query to blah, 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 stat activity. Where is this query used? Okay, over here. Okay. Yeah, so straightforward. Okay, so let's close the vote. I'm not gonna vote, I'm just gonna go close it. If I knew how. And poll. Really? 50% yes, 50% no? Really? Then I'm voting for yes for a bit, and then we'll see if it still bothers somebody. Oh my god, are you serious? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Anyhow, can I vote for yes here? I cannot. Alright, in any case, end poll. So the keyboard is staying for now, and I accidentally killed one of my toolbars. Dogs, hold up. Oh. Alright, hold up. I need to do some things over here real quick. In the meantime, you can look at me like this. Hold on. So I need to go here. Grab this thing. All right, let's see. Docs. Customize docs. And this one. Apply. All right. Cool. Good enough. All right. So basically, we're gonna split this up into Redis and into Postgres. Big surprise. Oh, I think we used to call it storage. We need to rename this whole stuff anyway. All right, so we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna go like that, and we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna go like that, and I forgot to switch to the code scene. I'm really sorry. Okay, there we go. So we got Redis, we got Postgres. We're splitting them Redis and okay. So this means that we'll go over here, extends Redis for F with Postgres, well, storage for F. What up, Robin? Is that hello in some language? Barnyard. So we have this thing, and now as always we're gonna go like gate. By the way, guys, tomorrow I'm gonna work on a video that improves on this whole facade pattern. I call it the invisible facade pattern. So it should come out, I don't know, maybe next weekend. Not this one. Okay, so we go, I think we usually do storage first, right? Storage. Okay, this means that we also need to have some sort of F. And we need Postgres. I'm sorry, not Postgres, we need Redis. It's going to be a Redis for F. And this is going to produce a gate, which in Scala 2 is annoying because I basically need to do the whole thing myself. Python man, how's life? Alright, so let's see if metals can help me out here. Ooh, it's correct. Happens sometimes. Alright, so I'll go like this. There we go. I love GitHub Copilot. It is sometimes smart metals. Alright, same thing over here. Come on. There we go. Nice. Alright, so yeah, this is a problem. They cannot both be called Redis. Okay, so let's do like Redis status. Redis status, like this. Missing argument. What? What do you mean? finish typing this real quick. Oh yeah, I didn't rename it here. Okay, ready status. Object phrase, blah blah blah. What overrides nothing? Oh yeah, this one. Status. All right, great. So clean here. This one is now called status. All right, nice, cool. So we're done here. So let's go like shove it all in, and we're gonna go into what should we do first? Redis or storage? Okay, I'm seeing storage first, so we're gonna go here. I think we called it. Oh, look at this! All of these folders are in the wrong directory. Let's move them real quick. All of them need to go over here. Wait, what? What just? Oh no, it's all good. Okay, we're inside of Shopee now. Okay, correct. Everything still compiles because the packages inside of them are actually correct. Yeah, dev inside you, Shopee branding. Exactly, dev inside you, Shopee branding. Okay, cool. So we go over here and we go. Let's commit this real quick. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go new folder. Health, and how do we usually call this? Storage Postgres. Well, actually, we can just like take this one, for example, just like throw it in. All right, cool. So this is now health, and we're gonna go like this, and yeah, pretty much delete everything inside of here. There we go. Should be good now. Let's let metal work. Yes. No, let's actually import this one like that. Cool. Nice. Okay. So the implementation was first of all we had a query, right? This one. And I suggest we call it query. There we go. All right, nice. And so we're gonna go back to the boundary, and we're just gonna grab this thing, gonna go like this, and go back here, and just like paste it in, and it. And this thing is called. Whoops. This is called. And everything else is pretty much the timeout. There we go. So we should just need a couple of algebras, and that's it. Okay. Value timeout is not okay. So we need this temporal thing. All right. Hey man, by the way, I missed you a lot. So I made a couple of videos about the diamond architecture, and then I was like, maybe it would be cool to take an existing application, rewrite it to the diamond architecture, and see if it compiles faster. So what we do is we took the shopping cart application from the book Practical Functional Programming in Scala from Gabriel Volpe, and it was basically done as a single SBT build. So there's like only one project, and we did this monstrosity over here. Ta-da! Hold up, like this. All right. So this is like what was there before. It's kind of still here because occasionally I want to be able to jump in there, go to implementation and stuff. So I want to be able to compile it, but it's not attached to the graph at all. In one of my diamond architecture videos, I said that if you were to rewrite an application like this, that you should build it like on top. So the big ball of math should be under main. But the thing is that like when we did this, Occasionally, like something over here was not compiling because I was, we're working on it, and then because I'm using metals, like I couldn't go to implementation like over there, and so I took it out again. So it's like sort of like on the side. Okay, so this is like our diamond. We have like the core at the top. We have the things that use the core, which is just the delivery layer with HTTP, and we use HTTP4S for this, right? So this stuff calls into the core. Everything else is being used by the core. Okay, so we use Postgres with Skunk. We use the caching layer with Redis and Redis for cats. We do some cryptography stuff with JSRR105 API. We have a project called tokens, and we have a to-do to rename it to authentication, and we use JWT PDI for this. We have configuration, read the configuration from a file. In fact, this is actually incorrect because we're using Cyrus, and Cyrus does not read it from files. It actually reads it from environment variables. So we should rename this one as well. And this one is called representation maker. And this one is a bit weird because, so what happened was that like in Redis, there was some code that Gabriel was using that like Redis basically knew how to take something, convert it to JSON, and like store it. And I was like, I don't want Redis to know that we're using Circe. And so I kind of like, I took it out. And so we're always like go through this like extra thing. And so the idea is that like all of this stuff will compile parallel, right? And so hopefully it will be faster. Okay. Because like in a single, unless you have like everything in one thing, and then you kind of trust that, SBT or Zinc or whatever will be able to figure it out for you, and then it should be like, equally fast. If you don't do this, nothing constrains you from doing it in such a way that you won't introduce like accidental cyclic dependencies, or you put things into the right place so that it's like easy to read and to maintain. Okay. So, and we're very close to the end. So we have written like most of the app. Like this is like one of the last things. So this is like the health component, and after this there's only like the checkout thing, and that's it. So if I end up streaming next week like 3 times as I used to, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then maybe we'll finish actually next week. All right. Do we have cat syntax? Oh yes, we do. Do we have cats? All right. Value timeout is not a member of parameter f boolean. I'm not convinced that this is an actual error. Hold on. Okay. Many things are going wrong here. It is pretty cool. I originally estimated 5 days. We're in day 21. Big surprise. Estimations are hard. Yeah. I have no idea why it's not compiling right now. So let's do everything step by step, as we always do. Happens sometimes that nothing compiles. All right, so over here, we're just gonna go like this. All right, so let's see if we can do this. All right, we can. Can we do this? We can. So the issue is like really this timeout thing. I thought it was this temporal thing. So what was the... What? Oh, it's in cats effect, right? So we probably need like cats effect. Hold on. We probably need some cats effect implicits. Hold on, where were we? Here. Yeah, cats effect implicits, obviously. All right, so where were we? We were like in storage for health stuff, okay? So let's just like throw it in. Ta-da! Okay, problem solved. Okay, this is good. Oh yeah, this one I actually called without the underscore. And this one, good. This one, all right, basically first try. All right, so we don't need this garbage. Okay, we don't need this, but we do need at least a functor, right? Oh, temporal has all of this stuff. Nice. So this is gonna fit into one line. We don't need these guys like that, and I'm pretty sure that we don't need this. We do. Oh, I'm curious here. Do we really need to widen? Huh. All right. Yeah, I mean, kind of makes sense because it's unreachable, but it wants a status. And in the functional programming world in Scala, like in the cats world, in the Scala Z stuff, we don't like subtypes. Thanks for making Grade Zero course. Really helped me get on track in a new job. Oh, that's awesome to hear, man. You're welcome. This is exactly what I the kind of feedback that I want. Keep me motivated and stuff. Have you seen the last video about Zio? Like it was the layers and stuff. I'm still like not super convinced that they're super necessary because I'm fine with the constructors, but it looks super cool. Like I don't know, like in the beginning of this YouTube channel, I made a video between where I explained the difference between programming, software development, and computer science, and like as a software developer, like at work, I need to be like disciplined and make like the right decisions and whatever, right? But when I do like things for myself, I just want to like program, I just want to hack, and so things like this are just super cool. So we need those things as well. So we did this thing. I shoved it in. Right. So we need the Redis thing, which is in cache Redis over here. Okay. Blah blah blah. Okay, so I guess we'll just grab this one. Oh no, this one is too big. Shopping cart. Yeah, this one is small. Let's grab this one. So yeah, exactly. What did I want? Health, and just paste it in. So this is now health, and like all of this stuff goes away, and we go like this. All right, so this goes up. Okay, DTO. Okay, so nice and easy. Let's close everything. Let's go to the health boundary, and let's see. So we did this part, we did this part, we did this part as well. Okay, so this is the only thing that is left, so we don't need this. We can just grab that, save it over here, paste it over here, remove this empty line, and let's see if it just works or if we need some imports. Okay, same thing with, oh. Do we even have cat's fact over here? Temporal. And cat's effect implicits. And duration. Hold on, we do have duration. Ah yeah, okay, hold up, like this. Okay, so the underscore is like this, and oh, that's basically first try. Okay, really, we don't need any of that? Cool, bye-bye. All right, there we go, problem solved. Shove it in. Okay, we're pretty much done, right, with this one, so we just need to assemble it. So let's go to main. Let's go to like ordering, for example. Okay, so new folder health. Grab the eye, put in health. Let's see. So this is now. So we need Postgres. We don't need the authentication method. We do need Redis, however. So we'll grab it from like here, for example. Okay, so we have Postgres. We have Redis. we for sure don't. So we go like control implementation dot make boundary blah 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 gate blah. Yes, so we just need to give it Redis. Redis is Redis implementation, and over here we have Redis. I always forget the comma because usually like my Scala FMT is configured in such a way that that I would have a trailing comma over here. All right, not found type Redis comments. So it's this one probably. Yeah, we don't need this one. Can I file for evidence? Okay, we need temporal. That is correct. Temporal. Is it temporal or temporal? Non-empty parallel. Okay. Non-empty parallel. There we go. And it's in cats, right? Import cats. All right, nice and easy. Not again, not like this. That's what I meant. All right, nice. Shove it in, and go to the program, and go to the like. So this is something that we still need to clean up. Maybe we'll do it today because I don't have much time today, so we don't start like the new big thing. So okay, so this is now health. DI make Postgres Redis, and we're done. Ta-da! All right, so sort types. Yeah, and this is exactly why I have trailing commas usually, so that this doesn't happen. Cool. So shove it in. Okay, so let's at least have a look at the checkout, and then just sort of like to know like what's coming. Because this is like the, pretty much the only thing that is left. Modules, core, source, Scala, shop. Okay, so we're done with the services, right? We have all of these. So the only thing that is left is the programs, which is checkout. Okay. So first of all, okay, it needs like a background. What is background? Okay, so this is our thing. Okay. So logger monitor retry. Also our thing. Interesting. Okay, so there's quite a bit of stuff. So this is like the final like thing. Like payment client, like we don't have the payment client yet. Okay, but it's just like one thing. Yeah, it's the HTTP client. Okay, so this is going to be one of our new, did I close this thing? One of our new modules, right? So the client is going to be, it always opens like this, and I want it like this. So this is going to be like another box here. I call them boxes, okay? This is going to be the box that's going to have a dependency on the HTTP first client. So this code is not going to be here because this thing calls core, but the client is going to be called by the core. So it's going to be another thing over here. Where were we? By the way, hold up, payment client. Okay, obviously it needs a config and stuff. Okay, so then it requires shopping. So we already have the shopping cart. And this is one of the things that I actually do a little bit differently because I prefer that all of my, pretty much all of my things have only one dependency. This is why I'm building like those facades, right? So all of these things are going to be, right? Even these things, even though these things already exist, right? So this is like a business thing, and this is a business thing. This is a new thing, okay? And so we're gonna like copy paste them from these two algebras, from this one and from this one, and then only the dependency injection layer is going to be visible that, oh, this code actually comes from the shopping cart, or this code actually comes from orders. So it's going to be very interesting, and we're for sure not doing this today. Okay, so also it's a case class. Why is it a case class? Parameter down, blah 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 blah. process. Okay, so where's the process? Probably some route, right? Yeah, check out routes. Okay. Okay, it's auth route, makes sense. Okay, so it's one. So technically, it's like an algebra with just one method, which is the process, right? I'm not sure why it's a case class. Like, why is there no trait? Yeah. Like, this is the most important thing. Like, why is there no trait? I don't get it. Like, how are you gonna test this? I mean, you can test it by, because it's not like you just basically inject everything anyway. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, so yeah, like a lot of people don't like to have traits for business logic because there will be only one business logic anyway, right? But I sort of insist on being able to test the controllers. Where was it again? Check out route. Like, I want to be able to test like this logic over here without having the implementation of this, right? So I want to be able to have like trait checkout. It has process, and if I give you, if I give this, then it should be this. If I basically sort of like a counting thing, double entry bookkeeping. You shouldn't like parrot your tasks, but for these things, like, because usually like the routes, like, what do they usually do, right? They do like trivial validation and basically like error reporting. All right, so we're pretty much not going to do this today. Let me have another look at checkout. I'm just kind of curious, like what is happening there. Okay, so we do like ensure not empty, which is like here. Wait, what? Like, this is something that I would do differently. Like, why? Like, why have it here? Like, why not have this as a non-empty list? So I would have this thing there anyway. This way I would also have more things to test there, right? Because there are things that only the business logic can validate, and there are the things that the controller can validate. So imagine that we would deliver this application not just via an HTTP server, but also like as a terminal application in the terminal. Then yes, we would need to duplicate this logic, right? One time in the controller, one time in the terminal. However, first of all, maybe not, because like in the terminal, like if you don't type anything in, then you kind of know already there that, that the list is empty. Actually, what I'm saying doesn't make sense. But the point is that the core would be better off if this one was already non-empty list, and therefore both the terminal and the web app would be able to benefit for this. By the way, I'm just nitpicking, and for those of you who haven't seen like the first videos and stuff, like the whole point of this is not to criticize the application because it's already written very beautifully. It's already written against interfaces. It's all good. It's just that like I'm just commenting like what I would do differently. Maybe it helps someone. All right, and then we actually do the process payment, which is a private def over there. A couple of retries. Goes to like payments and does process. I think I would do retries inside of payments. This is like one of those big advantages of having like your own namespace, right? Because like the gate that is going to be written for this is going to be written only for this, and therefore I will put the retry in there. Because my business logic is not going to talk directly to some low-level client like this one. There's always like a layer that I can do like small things like these retries. But it's always like a questionable thing. Like, is it a business logic? Like if you're like in a business meeting, like would you ever mention this, right? You say, yeah, well, we actually retry. I don't know how many times, by the way. Policy, where does it come from? What do I mean? Nothing creates checkout? How is it possible that I cannot find it? Oh, there's an F. Okay. Which, again, like this for sure will be inferred. Right. But okay. So retry policy is limit retries, which comes from retry, which is a cat's retry. And then it goes config retries limit, exponential backoff retries backoff. Okay, so we just need to find, well, basically it comes from the config. Okay, so this means that I can just pass the config to my gate and it will know what to do. Anyhow, and then what do? Well, we go and we create the order. We create the order. Again, another try. Like notice that these whole private depths, like they pretty much only exist to do the retry and to adapt the error. Like all of them, like this whole thing will be negate. This whole thing will be negate. Okay, like this background action. Like, where is it even used? Am I blind? It's being used like right here. Wait, what? Oh, interesting. So I guess we're taking this one. Yeah. So again, like this thing would be in the gate. This thing, I'm not sure yet. But nah, man. Yeah, I know it's kind of getting late. Like I should, I'll finish the stream in like 20 minutes max. But yeah, you don't have to wait. Good night. It's all recorded, right? So it's all on. You know, if you go to my YouTube channel, scroll to the bottom, or if you go to live.devinsider.com, it's all there, so you can watch it at double speed and even, you know. All right. Actually, I'm noticing like when I'm looking like over here, like sometimes the keyboard covers quite a bit. So yeah, maybe we'll turn it off for a bit. And I will clear out the card, which does write the stuff. All right, nice. So what I want to do today is I want to have add this, right? It's so ugly. So the app environment, we only use it for Redis, but oh yeah, I remember why I left it like this, because I remembered that, you know, I said that we should finish everything and then clean it up, because like my memory is very good. So I remember yeah. Yeah, wait for the summary video. There will be one. The client uses something from the environment. I remember is basically like if it's a production environment, then go there, and otherwise go there. So you pretty much can't clean it up now. Client is probably a resource, right? This is orders. Why is it even pinned? This also should not be pinned. Trying to remember something like in the main that I can jump to, but it's called main. That's good enough. Okay, so let's pin this one. So this is how Gabriel did it. So he distinguished between services and programs. For me, there's no such thing. Like for me, they're the same. This thing we have as well. This one. This is what I wanted to see. So it is a resource, correct? Exactly. Yeah. So it's the so we're pretty much gonna go for the same thing then. I mean, it's gonna be very similar. So the purpose of like the app environment is just to have like these resources, just loading those resources. So let's go like this. Resources. And it's going to take the app environment, close, which is an app env. What is it? What is it? No, it's app environment. And it's going to produce resources. And resources is just going to be a file case class. Resources. And over there we're gonna have Redis, Postgres, and later we're gonna have wow. Yeah, so it's gonna be this thing. All right, so therefore we need an F. And Postgres is going to be the session thing. Of F. All right. So this thing is going to go like that. It just instead of per tuple, we're gonna do parmap and resources. I'm never sure if we need the apply or not. I could not find what. throw. And make Redis. And what else? And logger. And async. What? Yeah, pretty much this is everything. I have given you everything. What could you possibly want or need? Okay, and so now this is like that apply. What is the issue? Load gives us an F of a resource. Oh yeah. We had the same thing before. So this will actually give us a resource of resources of F, right? Let's let the compiler do the work for us. Okay, what is this? Found. Okay, hold on. Let's help it out real quick. We did the same, like we got stuck. We got stuck the same time, the same way when we were here the last time. Implicit zero is so in a standard for comprehension, you cannot do something like this, right? Or in this case, like you just like it doesn't work here. In Scala 3 it works, right? In Scala 3 you can go like given D. In Scala 2 it doesn't work, but we're using a compiler plugin called Beta Monadic 4, which is this one, and it basically takes over the desugaring of the for comprehension. They desugar slightly differently, and like usually you wouldn't notice on the outside. It's more like a performance thing and like these small things. So this implicit zero thing allows you to do this, right? It's sort of like it's a function, you know, that like is, I believe it's evaluated at the it cannot be called implicit because implicit is a keyword, therefore it's called implicit zero. And then you give it a name, you know, give it the parameter type, and then this JWT expire thing is now implicitly available in the rest of the function, and it is required by, I believe middleware over here or somewhere here. I don't remember where it's. Hold on. It is required somewhere. I just don't remember where. Probably here. Yeah, here. See, over here. JWT expire. So it needs to be like implicitly available somehow in the for comprehension so that this thing compiles. The party is almost over, by the way, because tonight I don't have that much time to stream. It's Friday, so it's date night. I don't get it. Hold on. We got stuck here the last time as well. So load gives me Oh, it gives me an f of a resource. No, it's correct. F of a resource. Oh, okay. So this means that we need like a flatten or something. So that's why we did like parttupled, and then we did a flat map. Okay. So if we do parttupled, and then we just do map. Right, so after parttupled, we have an F with 2 resources inside. I want to have a resource of this thing, but I'm just doing that. Yeah, that's why I'm doing map. It's just that now I need to do tupled. That thing. Come on. Okay. First Redis. Then, oh, hold on. Oh, no, hold on. Yeah, okay, I think I see this. So we need this. Not exactly what I wanted to do. Okay. Like that. So no. It's just me being stupid. No. Okay. So this is an F of a resource, and the session pool is also a resource. So we have like these two things. Then so we have a tuple. We map this tuple into resource apply. Maybe we need an F over here. Okay, found. Required. Why does it require a resource? Is it map? Is it not map? I never remember them. Or map eval? I feel so stupid right now. Okay, let's do this manually first. Okay, so we have an F. Okay, so we're gonna go flat map, and we have a freaking tuple over here, right? So, well, actually, do I wanna? Oh yeah, I need a flat. I need an asset map, right? So I need a map, right? So this is a tuple of 2 resources. And now that I have 2 resources, now I can do tuple dot power map n, for example, right? This should work. Into resources that apply, yes. Correct. Okay. Finally. So change the dot was an underscore. Like that. Like that. Like that. Okay. So parttupled is parmap n. Parttupled and map is parmap n. So yeah, like this is what I knew. Like we needed it twice. It was exactly the same way before, right? Like this. Like, is it gonna work like this? Tell me that it's gonna work like this. Oh, but now like this thing needs to be deconstructed. Let's go, let's go. No, I don't think it would be about. No, it's just that it's just that we have like an F of resources, and then we want to go inside and we want to map those resources, right? It's just that we need to do. Oh man, I hate that it does it like this. Okay, so this is prettier. It's just that like when we load these two things, we get like a resource of Redis stuff and a resource of Postgres stuff. Then we do part tupled, and then we have a resource of a tuple. Well, we still have like an f of a resource of a tuple. Okay, so we do the map on the f, right? And so now over here, this is our resource, and so we do parmap n to shove it into a case class. Maybe like this. No, not like that. All right. And so now I also don't think that we need this and that. Pretty sure. Cool. And now we can have the return type, which is this. F of a resource of an F of a resource of an F. And I think we can do flat map over here. And then, we're going to get rid of one of them. Hold on. We can't flatten. Isn't there a way to like collapse them? I think this is what eval map does, isn't it? No? Here's a map eval. Let me actually check how. Well, this is the thing, like Gabriel did it like slightly differently, I believe. So the way he did it was okay. So why can he just do permapen and I can't? His app resources. Okay, so his app resources. No, they look this. It looks the same, right? So why could he just do permapen and I couldn't? Oh, because mine over here. Because my here's the thing. Yeah. So this thing returns a session pool. Mine returns a session pool. I remember. Same thing over here. Right, and so I have to do this weird dance thingy. Okay, but here's eval map. What does eval map do? It says, okay, well, I'm gonna give you a resource. You can. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not what I want. All right, so let's clean it up like a little bit later. What I want to do is I'm gonna call this one load, and this is gonna be like an object resources loader, like that, and we're gonna move it out like that, and we're gonna how do we do this with this one? Okay, separate files. Okay, so this is gonna be in a separate file. Yes, save all. Like this. And this one is gonna be in the separate file. It's not gonna be a private dev though. And there we go. Save all. All right. So, and it loads this. Like, shouldn't I be able to do like some sort of collapsing here? Yeah, so this is the return type. I think the only way to collapse would be like to do a use, but I don't want to do a use. And what can we do with a, okay, so yeah, so like we couldn't do flatten for some reason. Hold on, what if I do map, right, and inside of it, if I have a resource, maybe it has something like flatten? No. Maybe it's not possible. In any case, so we're gonna leave it like this, and we're gonna go over here, and now we can use it. So basically over here, we're gonna say resource loader, load f, something like this. And this is going to be resources, right? And then, yeah, and then we're gonna like forced to do like another flat map, right? Or not? Did I not call it resource loader? Oh, yeah. Actually, it should not be. Well, no, is it? Hold on, how did we do the others? It's also in shop. All right. Okay, so what I mean is not our resources. Should it be resources or resource? Resources. Resources. All right. Actually, before we started using it, like this, right? No. Like this. Okay, so let's like I don't know, you know, like this whole session pool for like over here, you know, this is a session pool and it has the same thing, you know, it's a resource of a nav of a resource of a nav. So maybe there's a reason why, you know, things like this are not flattenable. So what I want to do is I want to replace this line, right? Was the resources loader load app environment. Like this. And so I'm gonna leave it like this for now, right? Like that. because now it's just like kind of there, but nothing is using it. So this is resources. Which is a resource of f of resources. So we need to do another flat map. Blah. It's always like this, like before things get pretty, they need to get ugly first. Okay, so the resources is, oh, it's already a resource, so we can't just go flat map. We need to start using it. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Yeah, exactly. No. I'm hearing actually that my girlfriend is in the shower, so we have some time left. We have some more time. Because there is no date if she's not ready. So I feel like this is a pattern, right? To go like session, like the supervisor thing, and then you go like use, and then whatever comes out of here, which is exactly what we have, which is a resource of that thing, and we're gonna go like eval map on that. Okay, so I feel like we should go like this, which means we have one curly less, like let's say this one. And now over here, we're just gonna go resources. Instead of that one. What do you mean it doesn't? What do you mean it doesn't? It totally does. 1, 2. And there's an F. What? Anyway, it compiles. Yay. Great success. It's like a tiny bit prettier now. All right, so we're gonna shove it in. So I remember at some point we had an issue with this like use forever. And the issue was that if we didn't go with like these nested flat maps, if we went with a for comprehension, for some reason it didn't work. I would argue that this was so long ago that it's not even true anymore. So let's take this out first. So basically, let's take this whole thing out because I don't think that it's gonna improve much. Let's take this thing out, okay? So we're just gonna go like yank that, paste here. It's gonna be a private def blah, and it's probably gonna need like all of that crap here. Well, actually, like that. Well, the thing is that it's already like the application is written in Scala 2, and we're already doing a big rewrite. Like adding Scala 3 on top of that would be crazy. Yeah, because I don't know if you've been here like when I explained like what we're doing, right? We're rewriting an existing application from the practical functional programming in Scala book. So and it's in Scala too because it uses a bunch of macros related libraries. So it uses resources, which is resource of f of resources of f. Oh, by the way, I just realized that we were stupid with this whole flatten. You see this as, like, this is our case class. So it's not a resource over resource. It just looks weird. And it just looks similar. All right, so this is resources. And, oh, it just compiles like this? That's nice. Okay. So this means that we can do over here, we can just do blah resources. Okay. Nice. No worries, man. It's all good. It's all good. F of nothing. That's actually correct because of this use forever. All right. So now we should be able to rewrite this into a focal. All right, so for yield, so it's probably going to be like, well, this was the issue, right? Was the yeah, we'll see. So grab that, put it over here. Do you guys want to see the keyboard again? Let's enable it real quick. Boom. All right, so this is like that. This is resources. And oh, yeah, I recognized you by the tone. How dare me. How are you doing, man? How are things? All right, so this is a flat map, so it bothers me that it couldn't figure out this thing because like this is a bug now, right? Something. So use returns an f of b. So why does it complain that much if we use an arrow over there? Like this is the problem that we had before. Like it was like funny because like somebody asked me like, hey, why don't you use for comprehensions? And I was like, well, because of this shit. And like exactly this shit like started happening like next stream, and I was like, oh, is he still here? I don't know. Hold on, maybe it's like complaining because of that stuff now. Which parameter is it like worrying about now? It's worrying about the supervisor. That's the problem. And this is why we don't use for comprehensions, because of stuff like this. FS2 Kafka or Zio Kafka. I haven't used either, but FS2 is a much more mature project. So if you're talking about production, I would go with FS2. But again, I haven't used either of them. FS2 is like a bulletproof, well, not bulletproof, but like what's it called, like battle-proven thing. Feeling it about don't wanna jinx it though, so literally just jump on because I need to reboost some programming skills to my Vim muscle memory. I try, yeah. Really versatile osmosis, right? Nice. So I don't get it, like this thing. I mean, maybe it's the issues that we're using this plugin now, and then I can't figure out that. But like here, right? So let's try to help with the types here. So this is a supervisor of F, right? And this is nothing. So why doesn't it let me do this? Actually, I think I found an even better way to rewrite this. So, like, this thing is used only once, and this thing is used only once. So I think if we just go over here and grab, well, that part. So let's remove all of these F's, right? I'm just gonna go with the right association. And then we're gonna go flat map again. And well, this one we're gonna leave intact for now, because this thing is weird. Fine. Really? How annoying is this? Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we actually had it in the beginning, and we had a vote if we should keep it or not. I just put it together yesterday, Look, it makes a cool sound when it comes in. Look, like this way it's gone. And when it comes in, it just goes like, boom. Nice, right? So let's go with a private def for this thing. Private def, another blah. Right? Oh, pretty much we can take this. All right, so this works, right? So I can do this. I can do that. And also because we're dealing with, well, first of all, so now I should be able to go another blah, right? For F. I don't know what's up with this. It's probably because of this plus. Oh my God, are you serious? All right, so we need those pluses. We'll find a way to remove them later with a couple of widens. It's interesting. So it says that we're not using it, but we totally are using it. Are we not? How are we not using it? Interesting. Okay, so if we're not using it, maybe we can go back to this. No, it really hates this. Like there's something for these like 4 comprehensions that really hates this. I like this better anyway. Which is that one. Alright, so this is better. Okay. So let's call this one supervise. And this one is, I don't know, build or something. Well, this one's actually more like run. We have run? We don't, okay. It actually has supervise. Hold on, is this a resource? Like how? Like this thing somehow used here. Where? Background? There. Okay, so we will need it later. This is why I didn't want to rewrite it just yet. Does it feel like it has gotten better? I mean, it's for sure less nested than it was before. Committed. How many of you guys are here? I can never trust this thing, but yeah. Don't forget to hit the like button, by the way, so that more people stumble on this. Like, why do we need? So I stole this pattern, like this eval map, and then flat map, and then use forever from Gabriel. Also, we'll need the logger at some point. Resource of f of b. Right, like this thing. Oh, because serve does another resource. Right? No. Should be able to do this, I'm pretty sure. Let's make, hold on. Yeah. So this whole thing should be like this. Yeah. So this thing, I'm sure that this thing we could have loaded before. And then we would already have it here. Let's try this. Right, like we don't need anything to do this. So the same as we have like the resource loader, we could have like a config loader or something. First, let me try to get rid of this F. So of this plus, I mean. Oh, that didn't go well. This whole plus is required because of the nothing. So Gabriel didn't need it because when he assembled it, it was already IO, you know. All right, looks like we still have time. So serve, well actually no, so like this use forever is given an f of nothing. Can we go like this? And then like that? Yes, we can. And therefore we should be able to remove this plus. Oh no! It's really weird though. It should have, like this plus should not be necessary. I don't see where we have some sort of subtyping thing that would prevent us from doing this. Just gonna stick like this F like literally everywhere. It seems like it complains here. Oh, okay, hold on. Found f of nothing, required f of unit. Hold on. Wait a second. It's just a tap inference thing. Alright, and therefore we don't need this plus. ¿Por qué, María? What? Okay, so we just really need to help out with the tabs over here. Cool. By the way, at some point we should be able to, like, I wanted to move this thing in. Alright, so we solved this issue with this weird plus. We also should be able to remove like all of these. And these. Do we really need this? We don't. Cool. Huh? My God, Scala. Like, what is happening with you? All right. So let me try to move this logger in there. All right. Yeah, this was this weird thing about this make Redis thing. But I think we should be able to get away with it. No, we might not be able to get away with it. Uh-huh. There we go. Okay. That's how I like it. Come on, really? Like, how can it not figure out this? Like, how can it not infer this IO over here? Like, how? In what universe can it? Oh, because this one is. Hold on. Of course. Because this make now returns and then f of nothing instead of f of unit. All right. Where do we even need the logger? Here. And we need it because of this probably, right? Yeah, all of this stuff is here. So all of this stuff is necessary because of this guy. All right. Is there any way I can put a unit over here? All right, whatever. So this is fine. We got the logger, we're getting the environment, getting the resources, then we're doing this supervised thing, which is weird. And then oh, by the way, now that we have control, now that we have our private devs, we can actually go like this. Supervisor of F, right? So we can demand it explicitly, and now we can just go like that, and move this thing down. And now the question is, do we need this? We do. And also, do we need that? Okay, well, that's gonna be it's better like that. Okay. All right. All right. So, it's been 2 hours. I would also really like to remove this, like this thing. I would like to say, can you please also give me the HTTP server config? It's still all ugly, by the way. Like, I still don't like it. There's like two things. Like, one is like doing this whole resources thing, and then once we have like all of these resources, we're doing these other things. And there's still like a little bit of asynchrony here. I'm sorry, not asynchrony, but like the lack of symmetry. Because when we're doing like resource loader.load, and it does like Redis loader load and Postgres session loader load, inside of them they actually load their own config. Here they do like load config and blah blah blah. So I feel like this resource loader thing should also load the app environment. In theory, maybe we'll need the app environment for non-resources things, so maybe it should stay here. Yeah, it should stay here. But about this thing, yeah, what am I doing? It should be inside of this for comprehension, right? Yes. Like that. Duh. Maybe now this one will actually fit into one line. I like this song. All right, so two things. First of all, we're gonna have a private def make HTTP server. So there's a server and there's app, and it's going to do pretty much. Hold up. First of all, let me do. Let me do this. Actually, like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna say, okay, so give me like the resources, which is going to be the resources of F. And the F is going to be over here. And then gonna do that. Oops. Actually, I wanted to yank around. Like, whoa. Like that. And there we go. That's strong. Big is blah blah blah. Man, this is still F. Also F. Okay, so let's just copy paste like one of these ones. Like that one, for example. Okay, so this is make HTTP server. Could not find blah blah blah. Shut up. Okay, so do we need this? I think we do. No, it was too fast, it didn't clear it. Come on. They're getting somewhere, because now this does not even need to be a full comprehension, right? Oh, except for the fact that this thing is implicit. That's annoying. So in the future we will also like combine these two probably. Maybe let's even do this now. So probably the supervisor will be implicit in the future again. Okay, so now this thing is not just supervised, it's like let's do some like so run forever under supervision. Beautiful. Also, what's up with this type? Correct. All right, I'm almost happy with this. I'm only not happy with that because it's a full comprehension that doesn't need to be a full comprehension. Let's see if we can weasel ourselves our way out of the simplicity. So this is the last thing that we're going to do today. So essentially what I want to do is I want to have a tuple here, right? And all of this stuff is going to be in there. Like this. Okay. So we should be able to do like parmap and if that thing was not implicit, we would be able to do just like make HTTP app like this. Almost. Oh my god, this is annoying. Yeah, we can go with something like this. Oh, we actually need, okay. We do need one flat map. All right. So except for the fact that this is not actually okay, this is like way worse. And this ends up being like we had in the beginning. Of course. Okay. But this means that we can pretty much go like this. Okay. Well, there's, yeah, like nobody would say that this is better. ALG, what up? Okay, so like this is not better at all. Yeah. It's much easier to just leave it be. I'm just always trying to, so the reason that I didn't like the full comprehension is that I'm always trying to see the things that don't need to be executed in sequence. It's not even a performance issue because like nobody cares. This is the beginning of the application, right? If it takes like a second or 1.5 seconds or whatever, it's probably not a second's difference anyway. It's not about this. I'm just always like spending quite a bit of time actually understanding what I wrote, right? Like for example, like this line is like the second line has no dependency on the first line, right? Same thing here. The third line dependency on any of these, right? So all of them can be like run in parallel, right? So they should not be in a full comprehension, right? And like if you do this, you will end up with a bunch of these like private defs. Like for example, so let's say I want to follow on this, right? So I always like factorings, I always commit. Okay, so like this is just like the thing that we did, so I can abandon easily, right? Let's say I wanted to continue with this. I would try to understand like what the hell is this? You know, it's like stuff. And then I would like put them in a case class, and then I would have a private dev that just does like only this part. It just loads this case class. Because once it's loaded, this whole code becomes more beautiful. And then the same thing over here, like this whole flat map, like why is this so ugly? Like what is, right? Like I would continue with, like for example this one, you know, right? Like if I do this, right, I see, okay, HTTP app here comes in, here goes out. This is the only place in the entire application that actually creates an HTTP server. And so if I know that I'm going to create it like this, then I might as well go and like query this function. Maybe Scala can actually do this for me even. There should be something like queried, right? Something like that. Edit expansion works so much better in Scala 3. So like I would go here and I would say, well, let's just go like this, right? And so now because I'm going like this, I can just remove that, remove that, right? And now like the edit expansion is going to do this whole thing for me. Except for the fact that, you know, if I do it was like for comprehension, then this thing like is like this, which is kind of looks unnecessary, but it looks obvious, this, right? But yeah, this was just a just an experiment because there is no relationship between them. They just kind of like happened to not dependent on each other. Like maybe I could like move, but whatever. In fact, yeah, probably like the proper solution would be to figure out like why the hell I require this JWT expire thing implicitly. Right. So something here wants it, which is probably something with users. We checked it in the beginning, but I forgot again. Here, for example. Where do we need it? Tokens implementation over here. Here, right? Another question is like, do we actually need it to be like this, right? Why not just go JWT expire? Plus it's always create this mess. What was it? Users auth, right? So over here, we're gonna call it JWT expire. And so now like this thing can just be like this. Wait, what? Oh yeah, we still need to remove it from here. right? So now we don't need that. See, and like this is exactly why like I'm just spending a lot of time to just like understand what am I doing, so that I see like these things that I just like laying around, and because it was like copy pasted from something, right? Because this changes everything here, right? Like if I were to continue with this, and I sort of should continue with this. So hold on, I'm just gonna like delete this, right? And hold up, gonna do like that. I'm gonna return this, and I'm gonna shove it in stash, and I'm going to do a comma over here. So shove it in and get it out dash. Okay, and now I'll redo what I just did, because I'm trying to maintain like a state in which I will be able to just, okay, this was just an experiment, you know, I just want to throw it out again. Right, because like this changes everything now. Like the fact that the simplicity is gone. So look at this, right? So as long as I arrange like these ones in order, right? So if I have like make HTTP, and if I have well, the server config is still unnecessary. So I'm trying to find a way right now to query make HTTP in such a way that I don't have to name these parameters. These are arbitrary names anyway. So one way, like the first thing is to let the make HTTP do both, because this is a map, right? So it should do both, right? So if I give it the config, which for now doesn't really matter where it's going to be. The type of this is what? It's well, HTTP server config. Right, then I can go like this, HTTP server.make, and I go HTTP server config, and then that thing. And so now this is like that, modulo a couple of compilation things. Okay, so this one's in the, okay, so I need to do the other way around. I need to take this, and I need to do that, and I need to do this map, right? Which makes sense, because this is exactly what I had before, right? So like this. Okay, this is correct. All right. So maybe I can even remove this. No, I can't. All right. And we could even fuse these two maps, but right now it doesn't matter, right? So now that they're together, this whole thing is like make HTTP server, right? And now look, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like over here 6. So now I just need to arrange them in exactly the same order, right? So we have server token user blah blah blah. So it's like that, like that, like this, right? So now it's curried, right? And they're in the same order, like these 4 are in the same order as these ones. Which means over here, I can just give it Redis and Postgres, and I can just remove all of that. We accidentally ended up with 2 of them. 2 and 2. Did I curry them the other way around? Yeah, it needs to be like that thing needs to be like that. When did I mess up? Where is Postgres? 1, 2, 3, 4. Server config JWT. Oh, we have the admin first and then the other one. Okay, hold on. Server JWT admin and the other one. Like that. Okay, did I do it wrong again? Oh, I was right. It's gonna give it a function that needs... No, it was correct. It was correct. Like that, right? It's literally the same thing. Like what? Where's the difference? Oh, there's a tuple. Oh, I hate this. This is so annoying. I really wish that Scala had like only one way to define functions, and this was the curried way, like it's done in Haskell. And therefore, you would not need to do this whole tuple down tuple thing. Okay, so and now let's say that we like this. We would also go like this. I'm just always like toying around like this and trying to like learn something out of it. Just said at this point, I'm like, maybe we should go back how it was before and just combine all of it. You know? Exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's prettier. Um, but thank you. It's just that now, like, is there like still a lot of point in this, you know? Right. So let's remove this. Okay. So let's look at the diff. Yeah. So like the fact that we actually overloaded the name is an indication that we probably don't need both. So let's say that we didn't do this, right? Let's say we just went like flat map, and then we had a case where like this thing would be inside, just without the types, all right? And all of this stuff is there anyway, and we might as well just put this thing inside. Yeah. I think I like this version. I'm curious, like, not that it matters, but like lines of code. So right now we're like at 3. Whoa, why is it taking long? What the hell? Hello? Alright. And before it was 70. So we actually just saved some lines of code. Yeah. So we're gonna leave it like this. Unfortunately, we probably need to like keep rewriting it at some point and just organize the imports so we are like at 60 lines. We will keep rewriting this part at some point because once we do the checkout, we're gonna have a client and it will change things a little bit. But I think right now it's kind of like the progression is kind of clear. So we have some weird thing here with a logger loading the environment, loading all of the resources, and then we say okay, run forever under supervision, and run forever under supervision does the supervisor thing and does this make HTTP server and the serve, and then use forever, blah blah blah. And this make HTTP server is the one with the, has all the routes. Let me try one thing. Oh, it's probably not going to allow us to do this. Yeah, whatever. No, it's good like this. All right, so we're good. Let's push it. And yeah, we're pretty much done for today. So usually by the end of my streams, I just hang out for a couple of minutes. If you guys have any questions, also don't forget to hit the like button so that more people stumble on the stream. Yeah, so if you have any questions, this is the time to ask them. Otherwise, we're gonna finish it. It's also the time for me to check my phone. Cool. Alrighty then. See you on Monday. The last couple of weeks, I kind of skipped Mondays. Maybe I'll skip this Monday as well. But yeah. So maybe Monday, but more likely Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday and Friday. Sorry. All right. I'm gonna bounce. Cheers.